Hello and welcome to our July webcast. I hope you're all staying cool out there in the summer heat. And thank you for joining tonight. In tonight's webcast, we're going to guide you through the essential steps to build, grow, and sustain a thriving wellness community and overcome the key hurdles for success. Now, at the recent Shaklee Summit in Dallas, CEO Roger Barnett emphasized that true wellness comes from community support, not just products. So let's watch this short clip.
Our mission is to bring true wellness to the world. But our mission doesn't stop there. We have a second sentence in our mission statement, and it relates to how we are going to bring true wellness to the world. And that is one person, one family, and one community at a time. And notice I said the word community. The key to everything we have done and everything we will do to make a positive impact on this world is unlocked by the power of community. The power of our Shaklee community and the power of your Shaklee community. Because community is not just about longevity, it's also about sharing information that leads to a better quality of life. The key to health and happiness are relationships that are nurtured over time. In other words, community is the key to health and happiness. And it is this power of community that has always been at the root of Shaklee's business model. And that sense of community is what each and every one of you has created ever since you started your Shaklee business, enabling each member to create their own path to a better health. And by doing that, people become healthier and can live a fuller life. What makes us special is you and the community to achieve wellness that you create. So I think we need to rename our business model to emphasize what is central to our purpose, our mission, and our unique contribution to the world. And that is community marketing. Community marketing is how we're going to bring true wellness to the world. And it's a different, unique way to talk about our business that takes us away from terms like direct selling or network marketing or MLM.
Well, we totally agree with Roger, but the challenge lies in knowing how to set up your community effectively, magnetically attract members and keep them engaged, and then move them to take actions like attending your events, joining your challenges, consuming your content, and buying from you, of course. Now, we're going to tackle these challenges and more in this webcast.
And in this webcast, you will learn the wellness community structure, using your story and purpose to grow your community, how to promote and invite people, where to find content and to share, and of course, the tools and resources to help you create a bigger impact, plus so much more. And if you're new to YFP or this is the first time you've been on one of our live events, please let us know in the chat. Type in the chat, "I'm new," so we can give you a warm welcome. And if you're watching on the live stream in Facebook, please also type in the comments if you have any questions. And also, we'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. We like seeing how far and wide these events go. So
yeah, I see Gaytan out there in the live stream, and Julianne, Brenda Smith, and Dave Moore. Great to see you guys.
Awesome.
Who you got on your side?
David Pyro and PJ Myers and Joanne Woodson and Debbie Powell. Welcome.
Yay.
In Zoom with us. So
I see Natalie, Natalie Thurman, Lori, Sharon, Grace. Well, if we haven't met yet, we'll go to the stinger. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Jody Steig, but you can call me Coach Jody. And I was 8 years old when my parents started their Shaklee business in 1981. And you can see in this photo, they're actually on the incentive trip, their first Royal Caribbean cruise that they loved so much. And I loved how much fun they had attending meetings, and I enjoyed attending conferences with them as well, the ones that I could go on. while they built their business. And well, I wanted their lifestyle, so I sponsored under them when I was 18. And I still remember when they went on their first incentive trip. And I also remember Dad driving the new bonus car into the driveway. You can see here, we got a Toyota Celica Supra GTS. I was so excited to show the car off to my friends and kids at school. We drove around blaring Queen, We Will Rock You. And that's because my friends had made fun of my parents for their silly vitamin business. So we wanted to show off our car. And I still remember going on my first incentive trip. Mom and Dad's, their first trip was to Toronto, the new supervisors convention, when they were called that back then. But the trip that I got to go on with them was to Quebec City, seeing the enthusiasm of all the people there. And just go back to that shot for a minute. You may not know that, but that was the president of Shaklee Canada back then riding in while he was being pushed in on an ATV. And then those are the old Shaklee players. Anybody out there remember the Shaklee players when you guys went to conferences? They always came out and did fun dances, and that was kind of back in the day. But so seeing the enthusiasm of all the people there showed me a lifestyle that really few careers offer. And then in 1997, we saw the potential of the internet to grow our business. So with the help of a web developer in the Philippines, I put Dad's 3-step sponsoring system online, and you can see me there just starting to build the presentations. And within a few months, well, then I became a director. And other leaders started asking if they could get a website like mine, and that was the beginning of what is now Your Freedom Project. Your Freedom Project, or YFP for short, has now evolved into a 360-degree ecosystem of marketing resources that helps wellness educators build using an approach that magnetically draws people to you and retains them for life. And we'll help you transform your approach and be the wellness educator that people seek. But first, let's go into our first poll. So what do we got?
Excellent. All right. So first poll of the night is, do you agree that community marketing is the way going forward? So you got a few options to choose from. So 1, I totally agree. 2, I think so, but not sure. 3, prefer direct sales to marketing. Or 4, don't understand what it is. So if you're in Facebook, you can give us a 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever corresponds with your answer. And if you're in Zoom with us, you should have a poll pop up where you can tick a button to the one that fits. And we've got 8 seconds left on the clock, and I see a lot of ones, so this is great.
Yay.
We totally agree too.
And time is up. Well done.
All right.
What's our final numbers?
And we're looking, well, here we go. 78% totally agree. 17%, I think so, but not sure. And 6%, I don't understand what it is. And that's okay, because hopefully we can help you tonight clear some of that up.
That's right. So I was thrilled to see Roger talk about this, and let's head to the next segment. I'm jumping ahead of my cue there. I was thrilled to see Roger Barnett talk about community marketing as the business model of the future for you Shaklee ambassadors. Hearing him talk about it really validated that we're on the right track. And one of the reasons we agree with him is that it's in alignment with what works to build a business online today. And that is build an audience, nurture it, and then inspire your audience to take action. At its core, community marketing is audience building, except that it goes a layer deeper than just building an audience. And you'll catch that in my recent email that I sent. Your wellness community is the social hub where engagement thrives, truly the heart of your digital presence. And it's a vibrant space where connections are made, not only with you, but also amongst members forming a dynamic network. That's the real power of that. And your community supports your 3 primary objectives. 1 is discovery, or finding people, enrollment, and retention. And it also helps you build trust, attract interest, educate and engage, and inspire action. However, the challenge for you remains. How do you set it up correctly? How do you attract people to it and keep them engaged? So let's dig deeper into that, shall we? Now, Facebook groups are a powerful tool for creating your community, but to truly leverage community marketing, you need more than just a group. To maximize the impact of your community marketing strategy, you want a structure that includes a personal profile, a business page, and 2 groups, a discovery group and a retention group. Now imagine a vibrant community where members are actively engaged, and Kristen will share a bit more on this.
Where sharing their wellness journey and supporting each other every step of the way is the core of what you do in this community. What elevates this community structure is it's designed as a process, one that you'll master to attract and guide individuals through. It becomes a self-sustaining machine, empowering you to find, enroll, and retain clients for years to come, which I know many of you have done already, and this is a way to enhance that. So supporting all of this is your educational ecosystem that contains 2 parts. It has your marketing hub and your wellness resource center.
So Roger's vision for community marketing can be effectively implemented through this holistic approach. And you'll notice in my background here, we have a fun representation of your wellness community. And I created this to give you a simple way to understand and visualize your community structure. Now you'll notice the arrows represent how you can move people, there you go, from that side to that side, from discovery, this side, over to your retention group. From discovery in your profile or page to enrollment and retention in your VIP group, which is the ultimate goal, isn't it? To move people from curious to serious. And the key to success is learning how to move people through your community into your educational ecosystem, and where you control the messaging, as you can see here, allowing you to nurture your audience in that community and deepen relationships and inspire them to take action. So here's a fun way to remember the parts of your community structure and their purpose. And let's start with your personal profile. Now, this social space should be dedicated to helping people discover you, fostering deeper connections and building trust and affinity. Now you'll notice the image that we've designed looks like a house. And that's because you want to think of your personal profile as your home on social. Now imagine inviting guests to your home. One of the things you would probably do is give them a tour and show them around your house. They would see decors and pictures on the wall of your family and trips and things that you're interested in. You wouldn't focus on your business or products unless they asked about them. So you can see that your profile should focus on your daily life, your friends, family, and passions. Your social home shouldn't focus on your business or products. To help you with content, you can use what we create for your profile found in your Social Marketing 365 capsule. And we will now be including page posts for your profile that will help you to promote your weekly wellness show and your funnels in all plans when you subscribe to our marketing hub. So you're having a great time showing your friends around and being the good friend that you are. You've also scouted their social home, meaning you've stalked them on Facebook. Basically, you've gone and checked them out. And you've noticed that they are also interested in some of the things that you are. And they've even shown some interest in wellness topics. So you ask them if they'd like to continue their tour across the yard so that they could have a look at your Wellness Community HQ. So we're going to just head on over to our Wellness Community HQ, which in this case, as you can see, is your business page. Hey, and can you see Ella the educator inside right now? She's live streaming her Wellness Discovery show as we speak. So now you've guided your friends into your community HQ, and they're impressed with your cozy little office and workspace. Maybe you've got your video camera and your live streaming gear set up for your next Wellness Discovery show. And that's the perfect time to ask them if they'd like to watch your next wellness show.
So let's talk about the wellness show. Live streaming your own show is a dynamic way to educate your audience in real time and is the heart and soul of your wellness community content. So think of it as your new home meeting of yesteryear. I'm sure many of you remember doing the in-home meeting to help people discover who you are, what you do, and why you do it. By going live, you open up a window into your world. And we support you with a beautiful PowerPoint presentation every week for your show, so you don't have to go and create it yourself. And in that presentation, you highlight the helpful wellness content in your resource center and upcoming events in your wellness community. And doing your own show adds authenticity to your message. It allows you to tell your story and share your purpose for why you're doing this, and allows you to respond directly to your community's questions and comments.
Let's actually just head to the toolbox for a minute and just pass this around, because I think the story piece we've kind of just glazed over. But Kristen, you've been reading the book. I don't know if you have it there, the Kindra Hall book. Maybe you do. Let's pop that up. Yeah, and we've been sending that to people anytime we can. Could you just share maybe one tip that you could give to people about using the story, something that you've gleaned from that they could use either in their discovery show or maybe on their hub site story section, or in their discovery group, something like that?
Sure. I think the one thing that helped clarify the power of stories and how to really utilize stories is, in school they talked about how you have like a beginning, a middle, and an end. And that's basically it. And it's like, okay, great. But it can kind of lead to a flat energy in the story, I guess is the best way to explain it. So when Kindra's talking about it, she's like, you have a before, and then you have an explosion. Something happens, something transformative, and it doesn't have to be like a literal explosion. It can be something as simple as just feeling better, or you do something, you make a change, or whatever it might be. And then there's an after. So it's like how it was, something happened to cause a change, and then it's like, how is life afterwards? And seeing it or hearing it, or I guess reading it in that way, rather than just beginning, middle, and end, helped me anyways to understand what the middle really needs to be to help enhance the story and make it something that can connect. If you all watched the conference, then you would have seen the difference in the two videos that Kindra shared, and holy smokes, that was powerful. I think the second one, everybody cried.
And she's got a great blog too, by the way, or your YouTube channel. And you can see where she's done that for some other clients as well. Like one was a construction company. First video was beautiful, but the second video was definitely, you connected with that. So it is a skill I can see. And you'll notice kind of dived in a little bit at the beginning of this webcast, where I put a bit more our story and whatnot right in the beginning. And I think a lot of times part of the problem is people take too much, they're like, oh, I can't, I got to tell my story perfect. For me, just get something down that this is what I was doing in my life, then this happened, and then now I'm here. So, and there's that's kind of like your origin story. And the beautiful thing about the story is you don't need it scripted. It's your story. You remember it. So I hope that you guys will look into your hub site about section, and you'll update that and then weave that into your videos. You'll notice that in the weekly Wellness Discovery Show, we have a segment which says my story, and we want you to say it. You should be able to say your story in a very, like a 30-second brief. That's your kind of your key piece every time. It could be as simple as, I used to have horrible allergies. Somebody introduced me to this new line of products. It changed my life, and now I don't, have to have shares in the tissue paper company or something like that. That might be your little story piece, right? So I just, the amount of little stories that you can actually insert into places, your page posts, your reels. In fact, Facebook's feature is called stories. So really consider, how are you telling the story of your day? Which could be just as simple as, I got up and did this, and then I did that, and then this happened. So I felt we should get a bit of, just put a bit of focus onto that. And Kristen, is anybody commenting in there? I'm not really able to read it down there. So anyone else who's been utilizing what they learned from Kindra, any feedback from that?
PJ was saying that she has the book reserved, but she's also subscribed to the YouTube channel, which, again, subscribe to Kindra's YouTube channel if you don't have the book yet, because you'll glean a lot of insights. So I'm glad you put that in there, PJ.
Yeah, way to go. So just remember, the first thing that I would say is just go in there and revamp or update or just add to it if you haven't already inside your hub site. So you've got one space online where you can always direct people to that's got your story. The only one question you may have is, do I do my business story or I do my product story? And I think you just need to say, how are you actually introduced to this? If it came through wellness, then that's how you were introduced. And it doesn't really need to get into business so much. The story is just more about you, so that there's some sort of connection. Like, for example, me. So let's say I live in a tropical country and I've got kids and I love this and I love that. And this was sort of how I ended up to where I am now. It's not a place for you to try to pitch Shaklee. That's very important to remember. You're there to pitch you, if anything. So I just thought we should hang on that one for a little minute. So hopefully that is helpful for you guys. So again, you guys can weave your stories into your stories in Facebook, your reels, which a reel is just like a 30-second to 1 minute something video. It could be a long video. It could be a YouTube channel. It could be a pinned post in your group or in your page. So I just kind of wanted you to see how would you actually get in there. Another one would be you could just make a page post. And I saw a great one, and I put it into our group. Actually, I shared it, where she shared her story was coming from England to, I believe that was Leslie. Am I right, Kristen? Leslie Huff, did I get that right? You see it in the YFP group. Yeah, thank you. And I mean, what a great little story. I never knew that she was, a teenager or very young anyways, and then came from England to America to take care of kids. And so I found that very compelling. Suddenly I got to know her in a way I didn't by that one page post. So why couldn't you do that? Maybe your story is just, again, something you did today, or it's a bigger thing, something you did, an epiphany you had in the past. So that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. So your business page is the spotlight for your expertise. It's critical for discovery and branding. And well, we recommend getting help with content here so that you can focus on your profile and groups. We don't really want you to spend much energy on your business page. We'd prefer that you outsource that. So our social marketing 365 team actually posts around these wellness posts. So you can see this is some of the kind of content they put in there. And they post around these modalities: mental wellness, physical wellness, social, environmental, and financial wellness. Now, you might also consider hiring our team of digital marketing experts as virtual assistants, as seen in this slide, I believe we have. Yeah, there we go. So they can create unique content, reels, stories, and run ads for your page. All right, now let's zoom out for a moment. So now we've toured your profile and page, basically your home on social, and your business page, which we consider to be your community HQ. So where's my fingers up here? There we go. So we've got your profile, we got your page. Now let's zoom back in and continue the tour into your discovery group. So you're in your community HQ with your friends because you took them from your home into your showcase, your office there. You're on your business page, and then your friends notice the sound of music and laughter. So we're moving. You ask them if they'd like to join your wellness community and increase their wellness IQ and take your 7-day no sugar challenge. And they say they'd love to. So you'd guide them out to the back entrance, and you're going to head on over to that beach party with them, which is your wellness discovery group. So people are hanging around the bonfire, talking and sharing stories, getting to know each other and building a bond. And you're doing this with page posts. You're putting in reels You're asking questions, right? In essence, your discovery group is where everyone's eager to discover the treasures you have in store, all while soaking up the beach fun. Now that vibe, by the way, comes from you. We can support it with content, but it's your energy that's in there, you showing up and saying, how's everybody today? Commenting, posting. You've got to add energy to that group. So what's on the agenda in the group? Well, building a close-knit community, cementing trust with open conversations, and repositioning yourself as the go-to wellness expert. Remember, it's not about sales yet. It's about connection and discovery and leading you to sales conversations. So why the beach party? Well, you could think of it as a garden party too, but we're in the tropics, so that's where we're going with that. So imagine a beach party, the sun, the sand, and the waves, and a bunch of people having a really good time. It's relaxed, it's open, everyone's mingling freely. No one's aggressively selling you anything, right? But there's a sense of community, shared interests, and mutual trust. And that's precisely the vibe we're aiming for with your discovery group. Now, I realize what I'm saying sounds fun and it's straightforward, but it's not easy. So we know this is going to be work, but if you dig in, it'll be worth the effort. And this builds trust naturally, just as you might chat with someone at a beach party and discover you have common interests. The discovery group lets people get to know you organically, fostering trust without pressure, and it's all about connection. So remember those times when you struck a conversation with a stranger at the beach and ended up making a new friend? Well, that's the kind of genuine connections that we want to nurture. So calling it a beach party captures the essence of what this group is all about. Openness, genuine connections, and a fun, relaxed environment. So what should you post in your group? Well, here's the content strategy. You want to blend educational content with entertaining delivery to engage the audience. And then share authentic stories and testimonials to inspire and connect. So you want to offer generic wellness tips, resources, and event promotions without direct product references. And it should also drive interactions and discussions among the members. Kind of consider it like a holding tank before you can then move them forward towards enrolling as a member, buying and moving forward. So things like challenges and questions and polls, use those to gather feedback and understand community preferences. You guys will notice we do it. Every time we write your weekly wellness email, our team will go in and poll which subject line you want. And that's why we do it, is we want that engagement from you guys. Now, this is an important point. Discovery is great, but it won't help your business grow if you can't move people to enrollment and purchase. Now, to make that happen, your objective is ultimately to get people off of social, exploring with you in a one-on-one situation so that there's no distractions. So your friends are enjoying their time in your wellness discovery group, right? They're enjoying, they're dancing, they've completed the sugar challenge and they're engaging with your content. So you ask them if they'd be open to exploring more. You've noticed them engaging in some of your financial wellness posts on your business page and some of your story posts in your profile about your journey building a business as a wellness educator. So you invite them to take a tour to explore the opportunity funnel. Now think of a funnel as a guided pathway of information designed to lead your prospects through a simple step-by-step sequence. As they navigate this pathway, they gradually gain a deeper understanding, allowing them to make informed decisions about what you offer. With the YFP way, you'll learn to approach enrollment in a way that emphasizes personal choice, allowing individuals to opt in or join you based on their interests. We've designed our enrollment process to be more than just a funnel. We've fashioned it as a guided tour. Think of it as walking through a museum with a seasoned guide who points out the most impactful exhibits. Your tours are tailored to highlight key aspects of the products or the opportunity in a cohesive and engaging manner. Okay, so let's zoom out for a moment. So now we've toured your profile, your home on social, and your business page, which we consider to be your community HQ, and you've added your friends to your wellness community, and then you've guided them through your enrollment funnel, and they've decided to join your team and learn to be wellness educators like you. Now, I'm explaining this from a business perspective. This could equally have happened for someone who just became a customer. But let's zoom back in and continue the tour into your retention group. Now, you can see that your retention group here is designed really as your VIP customer lounge. And it's designed to provide an exclusive experience, nurturing loyalty by sharing product tips, testimonials, updates, etc. Now, our team is constantly working to refine the content that they build for you. So we do encourage your feedback. If you like the posts that we're creating for you in your content capsule, let us know. If you don't, let us know so we can adjust. And again, this group helps with retention, product discovery, repeat sales, and support. And you can use the engaging social content that we create for your groups found in your social marketing 365 content capsule. And our content helps you empower, energize, and grow your wellness community. And you can get samples from the content capsule. And now we create posts, stories, and reels that help you build trust, attract interest, educate, engage, and inspire action. And these are the kind of actions that we inspire, getting people to join your wellness discovery group, to watch your weekly wellness discovery show, to attend live events, take your tours, and more. Live events like what we're doing next week for you, by the way, the wellness webcast coming up, Dr. Daggy. You may also prefer to have our virtual assistant team post your 365 content in your groups, even create exclusive content just for you, like Jack and Jude Paskusky do in their discovery group. So now you've guided your friends from your profile to your wellness show on your business page and into your wellness discovery group. From there, they explored the opportunity in your guided tour and decided to join your team and become a wellness educator like you. Or maybe they just purchased products. Either one is great. And the super thing is they always felt it was their choice. There was no pressure, so it was a great experience discovering your community and what Shaklee offers all the way. So I'm going to just say this again. The way we've set this up is you're able to allow people to just explore in a way that they can say no. It's okay to say no. So there's no weird things. It doesn't strain relationships. It allows people to say, that was kind of neat. It's not for me. What's going to happen quite often, though, is even though they may not do anything at that moment, you can roll them into your newsletter, staying in touch with them, maybe adding them to your group, and then maybe in a year from now, they're ready. So now you're helping your friends deepen their love of Shaklee's amazing products in your retention group. And you're teaching them how to set up and guide people into their own wellness community like yours. And let's go to Kristen.
Okay, and supporting your community, of course, is your educational ecosystem. And your educational ecosystem houses your wellness content, whether it's articles, videos, webinars, or courses, offering members resources that empower and enlighten them. And this ecosystem sets you apart as an authority in your field, ensuring that your audience sees you not just as a seller of Shaklee products, but a trusted guide on their wellness journey. So by guiding people from your wellness community to your own educational ecosystem, you can then nurture the relationship and market to them without a social platform deciding which messages or posts people are going to see. Makes it a lot easier. So wellness community marketing allows you to shift from a sales-centric approach to a genuine educational strategy that focuses on attracting and building a community of clients who buy from you for years to come. So with that, let's go to our next poll.
All right.
All right. So the question of second question of the day is, do you have your wellness community structure set up? So 1, yes, I have all the parts. 2, I am missing one of the parts. 3, I'm missing 2 of the parts. Or 4, I don't have any of the parts. So again, if you're in Facebook, you can give us a 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on your answer. If you are in Zoom, then you can tick a box. Did I say that right? I think you guys do.
Yeah. What do we got? We got 6 seconds left to go in there and answer the poll. Your almost time is up. And what do we got?
All right. Well, in Facebook, I got a couple 1s and 2s, so that's excellent. And then for our poll here, we got 41% have all the parts. So high five to those of you who have everything. That's excellent.
Way to go.
14% have either one of the parts or are missing one of the parts or missing 2 of the parts. Those 2 are tied. And then 32% is I don't have any of the parts yet. So that's all good. Excellent.
Yay. Nice work. Way to go, gang. All right. So you guys will notice that in today's new Shaklee model, if you will, it's really about learning to share and promote value-driven content that attracts people to you so that you can then have conversations with them, learn about their needs and interests, and then look for buying signals. And that way, when you hear those buying signals, you're then able to help them when they're ready for it. So it's always a welcomed experience. And of course, you need content to help you make that happen. So that's really what we are here for. So we're just so glad that you guys have taken time to share, your time with us tonight. And we hope you got a ton of value from this. And we look forward to seeing you next month on another insightful webcast. Please go ahead and just share your thoughts, what you liked best about this webcast in our Facebook group. And we're very much excited to see you guys on the next event. Thanks again for learning with us. And here's to you creating a lifestyle of personal freedom. Good night, everyone.